Have you missed a trade before? And it's frustrating, isn't it? Yes, I have. I miss a lot. So you realize that in my own trading, I set up alerts. That means I notify via, machines. But you can do something easily actually. So for example, when you're browsing your handphone, you can just set up an alert whenever you see that, price is near to your trading point. All right, or your desired trading point. So in this video, I'll be sharing how I set up my alerts. Okay, very simple to follow instructions, and you can do it on your mobile phone. That means while you're on the train, while you're on the bus, you can take these up, follow the instruction, click, and that's where you set alerts, and whatever price is at that point of time, you'll be notified, and then you know that, hey, probably at that point of time, I will be looking at this place for trades, and you never miss a trade ever. On the right side, these are the 4 instruments that I like to day trade. Okay, they are the indexes, the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones, S&P 500, as well as the Russell. I'm using 8cap to day trade. They are very good in terms of execution, and I have listed the link here if you should want to use them as well. They are my preferred partner, and I do have a sponsor. That means that they are sponsoring my course. That's where, if you take my course, then you get a full cashback. Let's use one of the trades I did yesterday on US 2000, that's Russell 2000. What I have on my chart here is this indicator called stochastic. You can set up 1433. So let's quickly set up the stochastic here. So this is the chart where you click to add in your indicator, click on stochastic. All right, and then click stochastic, and then it should appear on your chart, right? And the setting I have for the stochastic is 1433. You can click the wheelbarrow here. Now, should you want to use other setting, it is fine. We are using the overbought and the oversold as an indication. So this would be the place where it's overbought. Okay, that means above the 80, it would be called an overbought region, and below or near to the 20. So I'm talking about near to the 20, near to the 20, this would be the oversold region. So basically, overbought would tie in with likely a high level. All right, so this is a high, like a mountain, and with this oversold would tie in with a support, which is low level. All right, so likely it would be a U-shaped pattern, like a valley. Okay, so just remember that the stochastic is going to use as a lead for us to find the high and the low. Now, this is how I send alerts to alert me. Sometimes it's very difficult, right, to find turning points or high and low. So I use the stochastic as a guide here. So for example, the stochastic is at the high here. You see the stochastic is at the high. So very likely this place it's going to be a resistance level. So here it's a high point. Very likely it is going to be a resistance level. So there could be possibility trades happening here. Okay, so let's continue to move on. All right, so this would be the overbought region. Very likely there's going to be a resistance here, so that's where trades might or price might be into this region here. And then here would be also another overbought region, right? Okay, so what I'll do is that I will set up like horizontal levels here like this. Okay, and these are my guide. All right, that potentially sometimes the trades might happen here. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this one just to give you a clarity, and I traded into Russell at this point. Okay, and then how do I know that this is the point? Because then these are all the historical levels, and in order not to miss out a trade, so what I'll do is that I will just bring the crosshair nearer to the price, just nearer to the edge of the price at the right hand side here. You should see a plus sign here, right? So this is a plus sign. So this plus sign is where you can click to set an alert. Okay, so for example, I would want a price to alert me when it's near to this plus sign at this level here, which is 2,285, right? So what I do is I just click a plus here, all right, and add the alert on US 2000 at around this price. Now add it. Now once you add that, you should see a arrow. Okay, so this is a small little arrow here to say that you have successfully added an alert. So later I will go through to the place where we can edit the alert. So I want, let's say for example, another alert to happen at this point here, which is about 2,300. That means that when price reaches there, I will be sent an alert automatically, either to my email or to my mobile app that installed with TradingView, and I will able to know that okay, it's near to the place that I wanted, and I'll be able to trade that. Okay, so I'm just going to add in one more here, right, at about 2,300 level. Okay, so I add an alert here. Now, likewise, for example, if I think that around here is going to come up with potentially a trade signal, then I'm just going to add here. Okay, so that I don't miss out all these key levels here. Now, also that if it moves to the downside, so for example, if it happens to break the low, then what happen, right? Same thing, I can use the stochastic as an indication to draw the potential places of the levels that I'm interested to draw the support levels, as I said, right? When it's near to the oversold region, so right, this is where likely support might happen. Okay, same thing, we have oversold here, we have oversold here. I'm just going to draw in my support level here. This is a support, that color that with a green color, then that's the support. So it's near the oversold. I'm just going to draw in one support level here, and then I have another one more support level here. All right, okay, so of course you can continue to draw that, not an issue. But what I like to do is I like to set in an alert here. So if price moves to the lower zone, I could be looking for a buy, or if it breaks the support level, I could continue to do a sell. So same thing, I'm just going to put like a plus sign here, all right, and click on the plus sign. So that's about 2,190. As a personal habit and preference, I like to set at round numbers. So for example, 2,190 and not 2,189. Okay, so that's where I set the alert. Now moving to the right side, where you see this clock icon here, so that's where all your alerts are there. Okay, so I've set some alerts at 2,300. That's 2,300. I'm just going to modify this alerts a little bit. So you can see that this edit button here, which looks like a wheelbarrow here, click that, and that you will be able to change the alerts. So for example, you can say, okay, I want it to cross up, then that means to cross up 2,300. Then you will come out with the alert. Or I want it to cross down. So depending on your objective, then you can choose what type of alerts that you want it to happen. So what I want is that I want price to cross it, whether it's up or down, okay, because I want to receive an alert. So I just want to cross it, and I want it to cross at 2,300 level, just to make it like 2003, and I want to set it only once. Okay, so because when it sends alert, I would see on my mobile phone, I don't want it to send every time. So you can choose every time if you want to, and especially this expiry, it's very important. I want this to, let's say, remains enforced for X period of time. I think that because I'm trading short-term movement, so by 9th of February, if it doesn't move there, that should be fine, right? So because this is like a month, all right? And then probably, a message that to say that, okay, US 2000 is crossing, and then this is a resistance level. I'll be looking to sell. Okay, so a message to yourself, and then you save it. So here, that would be the alert that you have. And every time that when it moves to 2,300, that's where you have the alert here. Okay, same thing, you want to set the bottom alert if you want to. So I've set one at 2,190. You can just modify that to say that this is the support level. All right, and then you are looking to buy or something like that. So it's easy instruction for you to know what you're going to do. The stochastic combination, it's a very good way for you to look for setting and alerts, and it notify you whenever price is at the level that you are interested in, so you won't miss a trade. All right, so this is the first thing that I will do when I look at, for example, my trade. The second thing that I will do is that I will also go through the 4 indexes every day to refine my alerts. So for example, I'm looking at, let's say, Dow Jones, and I realize that, hey, look, I haven't set in any alerts here, but so far price is hovering around the support level here, right? Okay, now I don't know whether price will break downwards or it's gonna break upwards, right? But I do know that price is near to the low of this stochastic, so perhaps that it's gonna move down again and it gets supported. So I want to use this stochastic as a guide for some possible levels, and I know that at this point here, right, that's one level here because we have the stochastic at the oversold. But you look left, it's not difficult to find that we do have a near level here. So this is a near level here, right? So easily I set up the 2 alerts that I'm interested in Dow Jones already. So go to the plus sign here and mark it. Okay, so as I said, right, I want it to be like a round number. So I've set up the Dow and I want it to be a round number. I will change this to 700. Okay, and then I would say that this is likely a support. We might be having a buy. I'm not too sure, if it breaks the support, right? And then this one here would be another one more level, and then I'm just going to do a plus sign here, all right? And then add an alert, right? So I have the alerts here and set it up as a round number, 42,000. Okay, and that would be a support level as well. I might be looking to buy, and if it doesn't, then that would be for me to look for sell if it's moved below. Okay, so this is how I don't miss out any trades. That means I always will go through the alerts I have every day to look at more relevant movements. So for example, for Dow here, all right, there are only 2 relevant levels as far as I can see, right? One will be near here, although that stochastic is not near to the high. Okay, but we do see, for example, that at this place here, stochastic was at the high and it created a high level here, right? So that's a resistance level here. Right, I'm just going to mark this one as a red color, and you know that somehow, even if stochastic is not near to the high point, but this resistance happened to be true at that point of time. So same thing, I want to take note that whether this is going to be important levels that price might move to. So sometimes I want to be a little bit more careful. I want to shift that alert lower. You want to shift that alert lower for only one reason, right? Because that when a price level becomes too obvious, okay, sometimes it's just missed a little bit. So the idea of an alert is that you want to be notified when price is near there. Okay, so we want more times that price will hit the alert that we set, so that we know that there could be a opportunity. You don't want to set the alerts too far. If you set it too far, you might not receive the alert. You will miss your chance to trade into that particular winning trade, if that is the winning trade, right? So the whole idea is that try to, if you do find a levels, like for example, this is a level here, all right, and you know that that's, for example, it's 43,335, you might want to set it a little bit lower. Like for example, I want to have a 100 points buffer, so I want to set the alert at 43,200 so that you do get your notification earlier, and when it's about there, then you take a look at your charts. Alright, I hope that you enjoyed the video. What I like to do in my video is I like to give you practical tips of trading. I've been trading for about 20 plus years already, and I find that we can really improve a lot of our trading behavior just with small little tips here. Alright, so that's one of the things I find very, very useful whenever I'm trading. But for the start, you can take the free module, which is the Alien Washed Module 1. I think that this module is really very helpful, especially for those who are looking to trade in a professional manner, or if you are asking yourself why always that you get stop out, then the Alien Washed will offer a very clear overview of why this are happening to you. Alright, remember to take that free module under the link here. I've attached the link, and lastly, I hope to see you in my next video. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.